now we're going to give you guys a little bit of information about grill safety. And in order to do that, I'm going to turn it over to my friend, the award-winning,
that's right,
pit master, Tom Lloyd.
Appreciate it. So as the weather gets nice, even though it's hot, and we start to celebrate 4th of July, we've got some tips we want you to be aware of when you're dealing with your grill. First thing is, make sure it's not too close to your house. The last thing we want is the grill to heat up and then catch the side of your house on fire, or anything else that may be behind the grill. In the event that you do catch something on fire, which hopefully, again, we don't want you to do, we need to make sure that you've got a fire extinguisher readily available to put out your food if you're not that great at cooking, or your house if you're really not that great at cooking. We also want you to make sure that you have a fire extinguisher that's going to work on both propane, charcoal. We don't ever want to put any type of liquid gas in a charcoal type situation. All right, the other thing is when you got your family here and they're running around, they're playing, the kids are running around playing, that's also a hazard when we're dealing with a hot grill. Make sure that you keep kids away from the back of the grill and the front of the grill. Make sure that you've got somebody that can help keep an eye on them as you're distracted while you're cooking.
Yeah, this particular setup here is actually a little different because it's pretty much a built-in grill system. However, a lot of people may just have the portable, rollable, small propane grills or charcoal. So you want to make sure that especially the itty bitties aren't around and grab the grill mistakenly and keep them from maybe tumping it over on themselves or burning their hands just simply by touching it.
Also want to make sure you keep your grill clean. When you're done using it, you need to make sure that you scrape off any extra debris from any of the meat, vegetables, anything that you were cooking. You want to make sure that you shut your grill off completely. Never, ever, ever leave it unattended. Check your propane tank for leaks before you turn it on, and dispose of your charcoal in a metal container. Again, you want to let that charcoal cool off, but we don't want to just put it in a plastic bag and put it in our trash can or put it out in the yard. We want to make sure we put it in a metal container. And then you can put some water inside that metal container to help extinguish the coals. Never, ever, ever leave your lighter fluid out where someone can get a hold of it, whether it's kids, other adults. Once you're done using it, go ahead and put it up and make sure it's away safely.
All right, so while Tom is checking on the hot dogs, that actually leads me to another very important safety item that we need to talk about today, and that is actually choking. Unfortunately, although hot dogs are delicious, they do happen to be the right consistency and size to get stuck in the airway of pretty much any sized human being. For sure, children and especially the little ones that may not be able to chew them appropriately before swallowing, but even an adult, if you're eating too quickly and you happen to get a hot dog lodged in your throat in the wrong direction, it definitely could cause an obstruction in your airway. Grapes are also another thing that people may not think about. Again, kind of that right size and shape, consistency to get stuck in the airway. So we certainly want to avoid that. Ways to avoid that are both for the hot dogs and for grapes, or cutting them or dicing them that are easy in size for anybody to eat. We want to make sure, sometimes too, especially for the very little ones, kind of peeling that skin off so it doesn't, create additional issues. In that though, if you do happen to get a hot dog or grape lodged anywhere in your airway, or someone else does, and you see somebody choking, hopefully they will be letting you know in some sort of either vocal or physical manner that they are choking. We all know that this is the international sign for choking. And if you see somebody that is choking, you definitely want to institute the Heimlich maneuver. If you don't know how to do it, please, reach out to somebody else that might. You want the person that's saving or doing the Heimlich maneuver will actually do just like Tom's doing, standing behind the individual that is choking. You want to put your hand in a fist with your thumb out, and out being meaning towards the choking person's body. You want to put your fist right above the person's navel, about 2 finger widths above the navel, and you want to press in and up just as many times as it takes for 3 things to happen. First, the object comes out. Second, the person passes out. Or third, an additional person or trained rescuer comes to help.
All right, so as we were talking about choking, I just want to give you an idea of what it takes to obstruct an airway, roughly the size of the person's pinky. So if you have a small child that is going to have a hot dog, you want to make sure that you go ahead and cut the hot dog up to the appropriate size. And again, make sure it's small enough for them to be able to chew it up. And if you want, some parents actually take the skin off of hot dogs for their children, just to make sure that there is no airway obstruction.
So this has been another great episode of Chillin' with the Chiefs. We hope you got some great information on how to celebrate your Independence Day safely, rather. Thank you so much to Santa Rosa County for you guys for taking time to listen to our episode today.
And more specifically, thank you to Skyline Fire and Rescue for their participation in the video. Thank you, Lakeland. Appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.